What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention 8.1% APY. The offer ends very soon, in just about 12 hours from now. Anyways, now let's talk about the markets. So right now, the market is just consolidating at the range it's in. We saw SPY dip a bit only to get bought back up. We're seeing some buyers trying to defend as we're approaching Jerome Powell's speech. So the question is, when is that speech going to happen? How could this affect the markets? As a reminder, today we have Jerome Powell giving a speech at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever he says could affect the markets. It's going to be affecting what the market sees for monetary policy. The market thinks there's about a 61.4% chance we get a 25 basis point cut and about a 38.6% chance we get a 50 basis point one. So we'll see which one it ends up being. This could shift depending on what Jerome Powell says. If he's very, very dovish, he says good things about policy, this could start going up. This could start dipping, and that could be bullish for the markets. So we'll just have to wait and see. So what is my view right now? I think SPY is shuffling around 571.5. If we break through that and we hold above it for over 4 hours, or if at least we get a close on the 4-hour time frame, we could actually try to fill this imbalance and get closer to about 572.5. It's possible we get a little rebound, but whether or not we get a big pump or a dump is going to depend a lot more on Jerome Powell. And I think that for the most part, we're just kind of shuffling for now, so the upside move might be a little bit limited. So we're just waiting for Jerome Powell in about 2 hours from now, a little bit more than that. And once the guy starts his speech, we're going to be looking for some high volatility. So I can't wait to see what is said about the markets and the economy. I can't wait to see how this affects the markets. So I can't wait to see. And then I just want to be very, very patient with everything else that's coming out. So the market could attempt to just consolidate right now, and then we will see what happens with Powell's speech. Will he launch us higher temporarily? We'll just have to wait and see. For Nvda, okay, we have this support at 120.9. If we break through this and Jerome Powell pumps us, we could be going back up to about 123.5. If he gives us a rug pull, we're looking for 118 to break, then come back down to about 116. As of right now, we're trying to rebound a bit with the market, but we'll see what happens with Powell's speech. Bitcoin is showing some weakness. We dipped below our 50 EMA. Not necessarily a surprise. If Powell pumps us, you want to break past 64,375 to turn bullish. If he gives us the rug pull, we're looking for 63,000 flat. We look a little bit more bearish. It could dip a little bit more for now, but then we'll see what happens with Powell. For other stocks out there like ES, I want to talk about that first. We're trying to reclaim our 20 EMA, so it's a little bit more bullish looking. We could try to get up closer to 5,800 if Powell pumps us. If you get the rug pull, you want to see us lose 57.80. If that fails us, we're looking for a dump. We're stuck in the middle for now. It is possible we try to go a little higher, though. And we'll see what happens as we get closer to these high levels. So 5,800 is very possible on ES. The market could push a little bit higher. There's a little bit of optimism and excitement approaching Powell, but I think the moves are going to be kind of choppy while it tries to push. And then whether or not we get a big dump or pump, it's going to depend on what Jerome Powell says. Tesla's trying to hold up with the markets. If we lose, we're basically consolidating between 260 and 258. We also have 262 and 265 as our resistance areas. If we lose 258, we're looking for a dump back down towards 254. And we also have 262.5 to 265 as our resistance. We'll see which way we end up going. We're still stuck in between these areas, so I think Tesla's going to shuffle for some time. We got some negative news about a downgrade from RBC Capital for Tesla, so that's why it dipped a little bit. Not to mention more issues that have been talked about. But for now, I think Tesla's going to consolidate in this range. The market's trying to rebound a bit, so it could try to help Tesla get back above 260. But like I said before, whether we get a big pump right back up to the high of the day or if we start dumping back down to 258 depends on what Jerome Powell says. He is known for kind of pumping the market, so he could help Tesla try to get back into the 260s. So we'll just have to see about that. For NQ, if we're bullish, you want to see it reclaim 20,229. If we reclaim that, Jerome Powell could help us eventually pump back up to about 20,400. If we get a rug pull and we end up seeing a big rejection, we could be tipping back down to 20,000. So either we pump about 200 points up or back down, depending on what Jerome Powell says. For others out there, we have the QQQ. We're trying to hold 486 as our support, the 20 EMA. If Powell gives us a big pump, we're looking for basically 490. If he gives us a dump, we're looking for 482. We're stuck in the middle, so give this the time it needs. For Aapl, we're pushing very nicely to about 232. If we continue to push, we're looking for the inverse essentialist to continue this push for 233.2. If we get a rug pull, we're looking for basically 231. If that fails us, we're dipping all the way down towards 229. So we're stuck in this range so far. I think that this is very interesting to witness. We're forming a nice cup as well. We have more upside potential. We'll have to see if Apple tries to push higher from here. So give this the time it needs. And if this does try to push higher, I think that I'd be a little bit careful at that 233 area. Whether we do break 233 or not depends on Powell, so we'll just have to wait for that. For the IWM, we're kind of consolidating. We got to balance. We're trying to push approaching Powell. So look at 222 as our resistance, and then 223, which is where this imbalances. We have those two resistance levels. We want to rebound. We'll see if Jerome Powell helps or not. If we're bearish, we want to see us lose 218. So as of right now, it looks a little bit more bullish. Coin looks a little bit more bearish. We could retest 180 then 178. We'll see if we bounce off that. We're kind of bearish now approaching Powell, so not really expecting much. Amazon looks a little bit more bearish. We're approaching key support around 184. Could dip closer to 184, and we'll see if we bounce or not. So look for more downside and see what the move happens to be. Meta has a head and shoulders like structure. We'll see if this pans out. We need to lose 565 to turn more bearish. Otherwise, we still could attempt to get up to about 580. So this could be a trap. We'll see if we try to push higher. But it all depends on what is said by the big guy. So we're still waiting for that to kind of like develop. For Microsoft, we're dipping right now. We're looking for 424 is our support and 429 is resistance. We're still stuck in the middle. If Powell pumps us, we're looking for 432. If he gives us the rug pull, we're looking for 424. Could go either way. Google's also trying to hold up. We'll see if we try to push higher. Powell pumps us, we're looking for 167 and 170. If Powell gives us the dump, you want to lose 164 to dip to 162.5. So kind of in the middle, but like I said before, the market is kind of choppy right now, not really doing a whole lot. We could attempt to go a little higher later on, at least approaching Jerome Powell. I'm seeing some metrics that show some more possible upside. But as I said before, I'm not really a genie or a fortune teller. I don't know what Jerome Powell is going to say. Just know that Jerome Powell is known for his tendency of trying to keep the markets calm, at least for the last couple of months. So when he speaks, there's a chance he might try to pump the markets. He might, if he starts to say like very, very optimistic things about the economy, if he keeps saying like everything's okay, the economy's doing fine like he did last time, it could pump the markets again. So we will see if we get a temporary pump. Even if we do pump, guys, I still think there's still some downside brewing. So I don't necessarily think that this means the market will just pump forever. Could just be a very temporary move. So I just want to give you guys a heads up about that. So one last reminder, in about 2 hours from now at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the big guy Jerome Powell starting his speech. I can't wait to see what he has to say. So be very patient to make sure you watch your levels very carefully. I'll be back maybe after his speech concludes. So until then, have a great day and peace out.